Hi, my name is John, and I'm a student here at BLS. This past weekend was actually my first time in Saigon, and I came here to participate in a camping trip to Line Farm with the BLS students and staff, and I had a really good time. I've been studying Vietnamese online through BLS since about August through the scholarship known as the Blakemore Fellowship, and I've really enjoyed my journey so far. I would say my teacher, Ko Hong, she's very patient and very flexible because a lot of for me I also take classes at my center in Hanoi, but my scholarship program requires I fulfill a certain number of hours. So in the mornings now, Ko Hong has worked with me to adapt her schedule to mine. So I think that flexibility, that patience with rescheduling sometimes at the last minute, or if there's an event I have in Hanoi that I can adjust and make time for Vietnamese, because I think if even though there's going to be you're always going to have something like with work or some other life commitment, but I think VLS is very good about adapting to that time to your life and making sure you still have time for Vietnamese. I think the staff at VLS is very dynamic and very welcoming. I think it's a very interesting bridge between it's definitely kind of an international professionalism, but also I think the staff here bridges the very traditional Vietnamese hospitality with that international professionalism that I think a lot of working people from around the world would appreciate and enjoy. For me, I look at a lot of people throughout history that I think encountered certain challenges, and I think whether or not I agree with certain political or ideological viewpoints of these movements. I think the Vietnamese people in history have gone through a lot of hardships. So when I read these Vietnamese history books, I look at the spirit of Vietnamese people who have the spirit of defiance in the face of overwhelming challenges, and I try to adapt. And I think, okay, this learning pronunciation is very hard for me, but I think if the Vietnamese people can be strong and overcome famine and war and poverty and still emerge as this rising dragon in the global world today, I think I can put in that effort to learn to keep on learning Vietnamese, to get through pronunciation, through grammar, and hopefully one day be fluent. And it's not going to be a few year journey. It's going to be a journey that lasts a lifetime. But you still have to take if you can take one step a day, go for it. If you can take 5 steps a day, go for it. But keep on moving towards that final goal of mastering Vietnamese. For me personally, learning Vietnamese it's really is like an kind of like the ultimate challenge, because for languages such as Spanish or Chinese, they're very popular for Americans to learn, and I think those are absolutely great languages to learn. But I think in a way for me, learning Vietnamese was kind of swimming against the current, just because a lot of people want, they understand why in the US you want to learn Spanish, why you want to learn Chinese because of the big Chinese economy. But for Vietnamese, it's like this, it's a very like understudied language, and I think because of that, people question a lot more why I want to study Vietnamese. And because of that, though, actually, I think it fortifies my will to continue. So I think to students, of course, who are about to start or are maybe starting to learn or kind of frustrated, I would say just keep on going and like learning Vietnamese, and don't be listen to yourself. Don't always listen to the opinions of others because Vietnamese learning by itself, I think, is such a valuable way to learn about Vietnamese people and its culture. Thank you so much for being so welcoming, and I really enjoyed the camping trip at Line Farm. It was really a pleasure to get to know the staff and the other students at VLS.